Incredible 9-year-old singer who made it all the way to the semifinals of this season's America's Got Talent.
She was the little girl with the colossal voice who stunned millions across the globe on America's Got Talent. But behind Celine Tam's radiant smile and flawless performances lies a story that's far more complex. Whispers of relentless training, overwhelming pressure, and a father's iron grip over her every note suggest that the glittering fame may have come at a cost too steep for a child to bear. Was this the price of brilliance, or the sacrifice of childhood innocence? Celine Tam was born on November 22, 2007, in Hong Kong, to Steve and Doris Tam. From the earliest age, music seemed to pour naturally from her. By the time she was 3, she had already memorized and beautifully sung Celine Dion's iconic "My Heart Will Go On," a performance that would later define her rising career. Her family quickly realized they weren't just raising a music lover, but a prodigy in the making. Growing up in a household steeped in music gave Celine an edge. Her father, Steve, a seasoned music teacher and vocal coach, recognized her gift early and took charge of her vocal development. He knew how to nurture her voice carefully, ensuring it was trained with both precision and care. Under his guidance, her training was rigorous but designed to protect her delicate vocal cords. Yet, some insiders wonder, was it guidance, or was it control? Despite the intense focus on her craft, Celine remained a diligent student. She attended a local school in Hong Kong and balanced academics with grueling practice sessions. Her mother, Doris, became the steady force behind the scenes, managing the home, coordinating her education, and ensuring that, in the whirlwind of competitions and rehearsals, her daughter had moments of stability and peace. Together, Steve and Doris were the architects of Celine's dual life, one part gifted child, the other budding global star. But the spotlight wasn't always kind. Long before America discovered her, Celine had already been chasing dreams under bright lights in Asia. At just 5 years old, she made her television debut on a Chinese kids singing competition called Let's Sing Kids. She quickly became one of the show's most beloved voices. Even though she didn't win, it was clear her path had only just begun. In 2014, she competed on China's Got Talent, dazzling audiences with her renditions of Celine Dion classics. The top prize eluded her again, but her passion only intensified. The following year, she even auditioned for Britain's Got Talent. Though she didn't make it to the national rounds, her tenacity shone through. She wasn't deterred, she was determined. Each setback only fueled her hunger for the world stage. In the years that followed, Celine performed at concerts and major events across Hong Kong and China. Her reputation grew, her performances polished. Slowly but surely, she was becoming a seasoned performer, even as she remained a child beneath the stage makeup and sparkling gowns. Her voice, strong, emotional, mature beyond her years, was turning heads across the industry. Then came 2017. At just 9 years old, Celine Tam stood on the massive stage of America's Got Talent, Season 12. The moment she introduced herself, the air shifted. This wasn't just a child hoping for applause. This was a performer ready to make her mark. She chose "My Heart Will Go On" as her audition piece, an ambitious move, considering the vocal demands. But from the very first note, the audience was captivated. This wasn't mimicry. It was magic. Her voice was controlled yet soaring, delicate yet powerful, brimming with raw emotion. It was clear her years of training, especially under the watchful eye of her father, had sculpted her into something rare. The judges were visibly stunned. Simon Cowell, notoriously hard to impress, called her performance incredible, commending her composure and vocal maturity. Heidi Klum called her a shining star. Mel B could hardly believe such a voice came from such a tiny frame. Howie Mandel marveled at her bravery. In that moment, Celine wasn't just a contestant, she was a global phenomenon in the making. Her audition video went viral almost instantly. Social media lit up with praise, astonishment, and admiration. Across YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, millions watched and re-watched her breathtaking performance. She became one of the season's most talked-about stars overnight, hailed as the next big thing in vocal talent. And she didn't disappoint in the rounds that followed. For the judge cuts, she performed "How Am I Supposed to Live Without You" by Michael Bolton, again impressing the panel and live audience. Simon Cowell hinted that she could very well become a global superstar. But it was in the quarterfinals that Celine delivered perhaps her most moving performance yet, When You Believe, the inspirational duet by Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. The message of the song, hope and perseverance, rang out powerfully through her voice. As she sang, it wasn't just her technical brilliance that stunned. It was her emotional connection to the song, her ability to pour her heart into the performance. The audience was visibly moved. Judges were shaken. She didn't just sing the notes, she told the story. And yet, with every spotlight moment came a shadow. Behind the flawless performances were stories of endless rehearsals, of high expectations, of a father whose love for music sometimes blurred into obsession. Rumors swirled of a strict regimen, of lost playtime, of the mounting pressure that even the most mature adult would find hard to bear. Was Celine given the chance to be a child, or was she molded into a star before she even knew what it meant? Celine Tam's journey is one of triumph, yes, but it's also one of sacrifice. Her voice brought her fame, admiration, and applause from millions. But behind the curtain, her story is layered with complexity, discipline, and perhaps a childhood traded for stardom. The world watched her shine, but few stopped to wonder what it cost her to glow so brightly. The stage lights had barely faded when the room erupted. Confetti rained from above, tears shimmered in proud eyes, and one young girl stood at the center, shocked, glowing, victorious. That unforgettable moment when Laverne Cox of Orange Is the New Black hit the golden buzzer for Celine Tam on America's Got Talent was more than just a milestone. It was a turning point. The crowd's roar was deafening, but the message was clear: the world had just witnessed the rise of a star. Celine's performance, filled with emotion and raw talent, had moved even the toughest hearts. Her parents, watching from the audience, were overwhelmed with pride as their daughter stood bathed in golden light. That single push of the buzzer catapulted Celine into global consciousness. Overnight, her audition video spread like wildfire across the internet. People from every corner of the globe were captivated by the little girl with the colossal voice, flooding her with messages of love, admiration, and gratitude. Celine had not only performed, she had connected, inspired, and awakened something in millions. As the competition continued, Celine's grace never wavered. Her focus remained on what she loved most, singing. Each round was a new chapter in her evolution. During the semi-finals, she delivered a heartfelt rendition of How Far I'll Go from Disney's Moana. Her voice, delicate yet commanding, told a story of courage and longing. Though she didn't advance to the finals, the loss barely dimmed her brilliance. She had already etched her presence into the hearts of millions, and into the legacy of AGT itself. Her departure from the show was bittersweet, but it was far from an ending. In fact, it was the true beginning. Post-AGT, Celine's calendar filled rapidly with talk show appearances, interviews, and live performances. She became a household name, especially in her native Hong Kong, where crowds flocked to see her sing live. Online, her YouTube channel became a hub for fans, with each cover showcasing her growth and emotional depth. Behind the scenes, her father Steve Tam remained her vocal coach and steadfast mentor. Despite the whirlwind of fame, Celine continued her academic journey, balancing her studies with her artistic pursuits. It was a delicate dance, but one her family handled with dedication and love. Together, they guided her with care, making sure the spotlight never outshined her well-being. Celine's talent soon brought her accolades. In 2017, she received Hong Kong's Top 10 Outstanding Young Persons Award, a prestigious recognition of individuals who have made significant contributions to society. At just 10 years old, Celine was being honored not only for her voice but for her heart. She was no longer just a rising singer, she was an inspiration. She continued to flourish, taking home first place at the International Chinese New Talent Singing Championship, further solidifying her reputation in the music industry. The honors kept coming. In 2019, she was again named among the 10 outstanding young persons. Then in 2020, she received the Meritorious Youth Award, an acknowledgement of both her artistic accomplishments and her philanthropic efforts. But perhaps the most defining aspect of Celine's story is her commitment to giving back. Fame did not change her spirit, it amplified it. She became a UNICEF ambassador, using her voice to advocate for education, healthcare, and child welfare. Her work took her far beyond the stage, into communities and campaigns aimed at changing lives. From fundraising concerts to awareness drives, Celine used her influence not for gain, but for good. Whether she's performing a ballad that stirs the soul or standing beside children in need, Celine Tam continues to prove that greatness doesn't come from winning competitions, it comes from purpose, perseverance, and heart. Her voice may have introduced her to the world, but it is her compassion and determination that keep her there. From the bright lights of America's Got Talent to the deeper, lasting glow of global impact, Celine's story is far from over. In fact, it's only just begun. Education and healthcare, these events have allowed her to combine her passion for music with her desire to make a difference. Through her performances, she has helped collect significant donations for those in need, spreading joy while supporting vital causes. One of the organizations Celine has been closely associated with is the Hong Kong Cancer Fund. She frequently participates in events aimed at raising awareness about cancer and supporting fundraising efforts. Her commitment to this cause goes far beyond performing. Celine has shared personal stories about how cancer has affected people she deeply cares about, making her involvement even more heartfelt. She uses her platform to encourage others to support cancer research and awareness, showing a deep sense of empathy and care for the community. Celine's influence extends beyond music and charity. She is also an author. Her children's book, Harper, is a touching story that reflects her own journey. The book tells the tale of a young, talented girl named Harper who dreams of becoming a singer. Inspired by Celine's real-life experiences, the story is about chasing dreams, believing in oneself, and persevering through challenges. Harper beautifully captures the passion and determination it takes to follow one's dreams, much like Celine has done in her own life. The book is exquisitely illustrated, making it engaging and accessible for young readers. Through Harper's story, Celine shares a powerful message of hope and resilience, encouraging children to pursue their dreams with confidence and dedication. Harper has been well received, especially among Celine's young fans, for whom she is a true role model. The book is not only a hit but also a testament to Celine's growth, not just as an artist, but now also as an author. It's a clear example of how she continues to inspire others, not only through her voice but also through her words. Celine's journey has always been about more than just personal success. Whether through charity concerts, supporting cancer awareness, or inspiring young readers with her book, she has used her talents to bring positivity to others. Her actions show that success is not just about what you achieve, but also about how you use those achievements to help and uplift others. As she continues to grow, there is no doubt that Celine will keep finding ways to inspire, support, and spread hope to people around the world. But behind every young star, there is a support system, and in Celine Tam's case, that support has come primarily from her father, Steve Tam. Her story, though inspiring and filled with accolades, has also sparked conversations, particularly about the unique dual role her father plays as both coach and manager. Steve has been deeply involved in every step of Celine's career, guiding her through competitions, managing public appearances, and offering personal mentorship. While his dedication is evident, some have raised questions about the potential challenges of this dual role. Critics suggest that a conflict of interest can arise when a parent also acts as a manager. Balancing the responsibilities of a nurturing parent and a career-driven manager can be difficult. Some fear that Steve may unintentionally prioritize career success over personal well-being, setting high expectations that could affect Celine's mental and emotional health. There are also concerns about financial transparency, with questions about whether Celine is receiving all the benefits and earnings that are rightfully hers. These concerns are not new in the entertainment industry, especially when it comes to family-managed careers. The industry has seen too many stories of child stars who faced burnout, legal battles, and broken family ties due to mismanagement by loved ones. Yet, it's important to note that as of now, there has been no public record suggesting that Steve Tam has mishandled Celine's career or finances. In fact, everything we've seen suggests the opposite. Celine has always spoken highly of her father, often expressing deep gratitude for his unwavering support and guidance. She credits him with helping her realize her dreams, saying that without his coaching and encouragement, she might not have reached the heights she has today. Moreover, both Steve and Celine's mother appear to be deeply invested in her overall well-being. They've emphasized the importance of education, ensuring she doesn't miss out on her studies while pursuing music. They strive to keep her life as normal as possible when she's away from the stage, limiting her exposure to the harsher sides of fame. This approach suggests that they are acutely aware of the challenges of growing up in the spotlight and are making active efforts to shield her from its darker aspects. While the debate over Steve Tam's role continues, it is clear that both he and his wife are committed to their daughter's happiness and balance. As long as Celine continues to thrive, balancing her education, career, and personal life, their involvement appears to be a source of strength rather than concern. The relationship between Celine and her father reflects a partnership built on trust, love, and shared ambition. For now, it seems to be working. As Celine's career progresses, only time will tell how this dynamic evolves, but at present, all signs point to a solid foundation laid by her parents, especially her father, guiding her toward her dreams while keeping her grounded. Celine Tam's journey, from a little girl with a dream to an internationally recognized singer, is a story of talent, dedication, and unwavering family support. From her earliest days, Celine was surrounded by music. Her father, Steve Tam, recognized her potential when she was just a toddler. With his encouragement and her mother's nurturing, she began singing at a very young age. Her early life, education, and the constant guidance of her parents shaped her into the star she is today. Celine's rise to fame began with her participation in various singing competitions. She first appeared on Let's Sing Kids, a popular children's singing competition in China. Her performance there gave her early exposure and won the hearts of audiences. This was followed by her participation in China's Got Talent in 2014, where she wowed the judges with powerful renditions of Celine Dion hits. Although she didn't win, the experience marked a significant step in her journey, proving she was ready for bigger stages. In 2015, Celine auditioned for Britain's Got Talent, aiming to make her mark internationally. Although she was eliminated before the national rounds, she did not let that setback stop her. Instead, she treated it as a learning experience, one that fueled her desire to improve and persist. The real turning point came in 2017, when she auditioned for America's Got Talent. Her stunning performance of My Heart Will Go On left judges and viewers speechless. The performance quickly went viral, and the world began to take notice of this young phenom. Throughout her journey on AGT, Celine continued to amaze audiences with her vocal control, charisma, and emotional connection to the music. She advanced all the way to the semi-finals. And though she didn't reach the finals, she had already achieved something far greater. She had become a global inspiration, showing that age is no barrier to chasing your dreams. But Celine's story doesn't end with competitions. It is also one of growth, perseverance, and evolution. After AGT, she continued refining her craft, performing at events, appearing on talk shows, and captivating live audiences across the world. Her continued work earned her several prestigious awards, including the Top 10 Outstanding Young People Award in Hong Kong, recognizing not just her talent, but her positive influence on society. Her success is inseparable from the support system behind her. Steve has been more than a coach, he has been her mentor and compass through the tumultuous journey of early fame. Alongside her mother, who ensures Celine maintains a balance between studies and stardom, the Tam family has created a loving environment that allows her to flourish both on stage and at home. Despite the enormous pressures that come with stardom, Celine's parents have made it a priority to ensure she still enjoys a normal childhood, filled with laughter, learning, and moments away from the spotlight. For Celine, the future is wide open. She's already proven she has the talent, heart, and resilience to succeed. The world now watches with excitement to see where her journey leads. Whether she is on stage performing, writing stories that touch young lives, or lending her voice to worthy causes, one thing is certain. Celine Tam is more than a singer. She is a symbol of hope, perseverance, and the unshakable belief that dreams can come true. And as her story unfolds, one note at a time, the world will be listening, cheering her on, every step of the way.